PDP governors, APC clash, forum carpets FG over killings, massive rigging plots, page 2, and the riders, opposition governors rebuke Buhari's regime, allege incompetence, stifling economy, PDP a failed party, sinking, governors communicate tissues of lies, it says APC. Of course, APC will have something to say.
Always have an answer. It's a tit for tat that's going on between the two major political parties in the country. And what they do is observe each other, monitor each other, and react, along those lines. The PDP governors met in Bauchi over the weekend, and in their communique, they accused the APC of many crimes, including the fact that President Buhari has turned the Aso Rock Villa, our presidency, the status symbol of Nigeria's presidency, into APC headquarters. And that's what they do in Aso Rock. It's not discuss APC issues. It's not a national presidential office that they expect it should be. And that the APC engineered the rejection of Clause 52 in the Electoral Act Amendment Bill so that it can entrench rigging. These are the accusations. The PDP governors also said the government is not dealing with the big problems in Nigeria on many fronts. Security is one area where the PDP governors agreed that the President Buhari government has failed completely. Can't manage the situation and it's just paying lip service. They also said their own governors who are escaping from their party to join the APC, including non-elected members like just party members, are all doing that because they are trying to escape the wrath of persecution for corruption, and that's what they're doing. So Aminu Tambuwal, chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, is essentially saying that Governor Dave Umahi, Governor Bello Matawale, Governor Ayade Ben Ayade of Cross River all left the PDP to join the APC because they are afraid of the attendant prosecution for corruption that might come to them because they are corrupt. That was what he said, and then he also went on to generally, accuse the APC of all the crimes in the world, and the APC replied. They issued a statement to say it's a fossil of lies, and that the PDP is just interested in conspiracy theories, and that nothing can be further from the truth. Political parties in Nigeria is changing the brickbats there.
Indeed. Kanu supporters storm court, celebrated DSS fails to produce IPOB leader. It's a story for the Punch this morning.
We've had the time to launch into that. One of the biggest stories yesterday, because all attention was at the Federal Court in Abuja to see what would happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he's brought to court for his trial. The government already was on a going trial for charges relating to treason and terrorism. Before, of course, he jumped bail and left the country. So when the matter was going to come up, the expectation is that the government might file new charges, additional charges, and everybody had looked to the court. His supporters had come from far and wide. Most parts of the country were even closed in the east in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu. I saw videos of Onitsha. It was an empty city. The streets were completely devoid of people, and the hustle bustle that usually attends Onitsha, the vibrant city from the east, in, of course, solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu, was brought to court. Even in court, the former governor of Anambra State, Chief Chukwuemeka Ezefe, was there in solidarity. His team of lawyers. I mean, it was a frenzied activity at the High Court yesterday in Abuja, and then the prosecutor, the government agency, DSS, did not bring him to court. They did not give any reason, really. The prosecution lawyer, the government prosecution lawyer, said maybe logistical reasons. Maybe when the judge bring that Yako asked him, where's the suspect? At the end of the day, the spokesman for the DSS just said that the matter has been adjourned till October, and that was what the judge did when something wasn't brought. So all of our friends yesterday ended up nothing, really. So we'll continue to look to that space. Nnamdi's lawyers wanting to be relocated to a prison facility, to Kuje prison. The court has rejected that. He will continue to stay with the DSS. His lawyers have also filed at the African Union Commission for Human Rights, saying that extraordinary rendition that brought him back to the country was illegal, violates international law, and that he should be released. There are big issues around Nnamdi Kanu, and you can see that the government has super interest in the matter. I personally think it's a matter we should leave for the court, because public opinions are very severely divided, and there are people, once they hear any matter concerning Nnamdi Kanu, they can practically go to war with you. The opinions are, range from the very immodest, to the damn outright ridiculous, on this matter. There are people who were in the closet. They are now coming out as ethnic champions over this matter of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, really. So if you look at Nigerians and their behavior and reactions towards these ethnic agitators, you find out that people hold separate views, separate opinions on subject matter. There are people who are ready to support Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, they were singing. We needed to hear the songs they were singing yesterday outside the court. There was no way the DSS was going to bring Nnamdi Kanu in that state yesterday. It was really going to be a problem for them to manage security, to manage logistics, and to manage the reaction of the people. Early in the morning, police were already arresting people who have come out. The media, the Federal High Court accredited 10 media. There were over 100 media organizations. So at the end of the day, I wasn't surprised that the DSS didn't bring him to court. It was a safe option to play. Instead of to allow that frenzy to envelope not just the courts but the nation yesterday. What it tells you is that for some people, Nnamdi Kanu is a very important figure in this country.
Time to go read some messages now.
All right, fantastic. Number to send your message to 0817-313.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.